When you think of a desert, you probably picture a giant outdoor oven, preheated to blast furnace temperatures, ready to roast anything that moves. But here's the plot twist. The same desert that cooks you like barbecue at noon can freeze your soul at midnight. Yes, the place that melts your sandals by day can make you beg to cuddle a camel at night. Deserts don't do moderation, they only do extremes. Sunrise, frying pan; sunset, deep freezer. No transition, no courtesy, no apology. So why does this happen? Because deserts have mastered a few suspiciously powerful physics tricks. First, let's settle the biggest misunderstanding. Deserts aren't defined by being hot, they're defined by being dry. Dry as in less than 250 millimeters of rain a year. To put that in perspective, that's like pouring a single bottle of water over 1 square meter of land and expecting it to last for 12 months. That's not rain, it's hydration homeopathy. This is why Antarctica, the world's megafridge, is technically also a desert. It's freezing cold, but it's incredibly dry. So, cold but dry, dry but cold, it actually makes perfect sense. Now, let's meet the real villain of our story: the lack of humidity. Water vapor in the atmosphere acts like Earth's cozy blanket. Think of it this way: humidity is stored warmth. When a place has no humidity, it has no blanket, no comforter, not even a cheap polyester throw. The desert is basically sleeping completely naked under the night sky. No wonder it gets so cold. And then comes the sun. A desert has almost no clouds. Clouds are nature's sunblock, its umbrella, its sunscreen with SPF 1 million. With no clouds, the sun punches the ground directly in the face. There's no filtering, no mercy, and no gentle diffusion. It's just straight solar uppercuts all day long. The sand heats up like a maniac because it absorbs sunlight incredibly fast. The problem is, sand is terrible at holding heat. It's like a student who learns fast but forgets everything 5 minutes later. So, as soon as the sun clocks out for the day, the desert basically goes, "All right, I'm done, heat out," and throws all its warmth into space like confetti. What happens next is pure physics drama. Space is cold, extremely, disturbingly, minus hundreds of degrees cold. With no water vapor or clouds to trap the heat, the desert floor radiates its infrared energy straight into that cosmic void. The universe just slurps up that warmth like a Dyson vacuum cleaner on turbo mode. This process has a fancy name, radiative cooling, but what it really means is the sun left, so now you suffer. This is why temperatures can crash 30 to 40 degrees Celsius in just a few hours. At noon, you're frying eggs on rocks. At midnight, you're the egg, the Gobi, the Atacama, the Mojave, the whole gang does it. One moment you're in shorts and sunglasses, the next you're wrapped in 3 blankets, questioning all of your life choices. Animals in the desert know exactly what's up. They've been dealing with this thermal chaos long before humans invented sunscreen. Gerboas, for example, hide underground during the day. They live in these adorable natural Airbnb caves that stay cool at noon and surprisingly warm at night. Snakes burrow into the sand, becoming living heating rods. Scorpions run on an ultra-low energy mode, burning fewer calories than a person on a juice cleanse. And have you seen fennec foxes? Those comically oversized ears act like heat radiators. They're like big solar panels by day and fold up earmuffs by night. And the plants, they're even smarter. Cacti store water, like biological thermos bottles, wrapped in waxy or fuzzy layers that lock in moisture and surprise, also lock in warmth at night. Many desert plants use a special process called cam photosynthesis, which basically means they tell the world, "It's too hot, I refuse to function. I'll open my pores at night to breathe. Goodbye." Humans, in their infinite chaos, somehow learned to survive too. Ancient desert tribes built adobe houses with thick walls that absorb heat all day and release it all night. They were the world's first natural temperature-regulating smart homes. And that loose, layered clothing isn't a fashion statement. It's survival engineering. Modern desert cities like Dubai and Phoenix still borrow these ancient tricks, but they upgrade them with high-tech insulation, reflective windows, and enough air conditioning to cool the moon. Speaking of other worlds, let's talk about Mars. Mars is the desert on nightmare mode. The air is so thin and dry, it might as well not exist. Daytime temperatures can hit a comfortable 20 degrees Celsius, But at nighttime, they plummet to -100 or even -140 degrees. Mars has absolutely no idea what keeping heat means. This is why NASA uses the Atacama Desert in Chile as a stand-in for Mars. Is it dry? Check. Cold at night? Check. Almost no life? Check. Absolutely nobody around? Double check. But here's a modern twist. Climate change is warming desert nights. That might sound nice, but it's not. It's very, very bad. Many desert plants need those cold nights to trigger their blooming cycle. Many animals need the cold to trigger reproduction or feeding. When you raise the nighttime temperatures, the whole ecosystem misses its cues, like someone oversleeping every single one of their alarms. When you add city lights, concrete cars, and air conditioners, deserts are losing their natural darkness and their natural chill. We're basically putting a heated blanket over the desert, and nature never asked for one. Yet, despite all of this chaos, danger, and thermal emotional damage, a desert night is magical. If you've ever camped in one, you know the silence isn't dead, it's breathing. You can hear the wind whispering through the rocks. You can hear tiny insects shifting under the sand. And above you is a sky so bright with stars, you feel like you've fallen upward into the Milky Way. So yes, deserts freeze at night because they're dry, cloudless, and terrible at holding heat. But the result is one of Earth's most extreme and strangely beautiful balancing acts. It's a place that roasts you at sunrise, freezes you at sunset, and somehow teaches you more about physics than any classroom ever will. And if you survive one night out there and still think, wow, this is gorgeous, then congratulations, you have the soul of a future space explorer. The desert was your entrance exam. And hey, if you actually enjoyed this wonderfully chaotic journey into desert physics, if you laughed, learned something new, or now feel spiritually connected to a cactus, then do me a favor. Hit that like button, share this video with someone who thinks deserts only have one season, and subscribe for more mind-melting science stories. Alright, explorers, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, stay curious, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next adventure.